So I was just thinking about a few things, and like it's just funny how we always gotta, or we always trying to hop on some organization. We always got to be a part of some organization, some kind of thing, or we always got to hop on some leader, but we never um, seem to follow the one that we should be following. Like, you know, oh well, my pastor said, well, prophet said this, and well, my organization says, and my brotherhood, and this is what we believe. But what did Yah say? What did Yah say? Do you all up on somebody else's word, but you ain't never listen to his word? How that work? Just saying. We got to start, getting into this thing for ourselves, getting into this word for ourselves. My roommate agrees. You heard her in the background. We actually got to get into this word for ourselves. I know that I sound like a broken record, but study to show yourself approved, right? When you study, you don't necessarily are you are actually doing the work. Is what I'm trying to say. You're doing the work. You're opening up the book. You're seeking Yah for the understanding. You are. Yes, somebody said something and it sounds right. And they use the words in the book to make it look good and sound right. It's your job to check, to reprove what they said and make sure it's exactly what Yah said. He's the one that actually gives the revelation. So if they got that revelation, he can give it to you too. You don't have to take someone else's word and just go off of that because they made it sound good and they made it look good and they put some music behind it. It's your responsibility to work out your own salvation. It is your responsibility. Um, we too much, we rely on everything else. We have to have a leader and we have to have a bishop. We got to have overseer, prophetess, so and so, minister of the ministry of ministering. Like, stop. Ain't none of that got nothing to do with Yah. Like, that's it. That He's the focus of everything. He is the focus of everything. All glory is supposed to go to Him. And that includes the stuff that we try to put on ourselves, the glory that we try to take on for ourselves. All glory is supposed to go to Him. So everything that's happening, everything that we're accomplishing needs to be for His glory. And we got to find Him for ourselves. We can't do it off the back of somebody else's work, the back of somebody else's sermon, the back of somebody else's TikTok video, the back of somebody else's word. We can't do that off the back of somebody else's song. No, we gotta do it for ourselves. We fail to realize that, and it works this way in every type of scenario you want to think of, whether you realize it or not. When you go to work, it's your responsibility to know your job, even if nobody trains you. It's still your responsibility, and if you don't do your job, guess what? You get fired, right? Same concept. You want to be a Christian? It's your responsibility to know what that book says. It's not the pastor's job. So if the pastor is telling you something that ain't quite right and you fall for it, guess who gets in trouble? Guess who bears the blame? I'm just saying. We got to stop this mess. And it's always, and then, okay, so now we done came out of this place because we realized they not with the truth, but we just hopped on another bandwagon and hopped in another group because, oh yeah, all of these people in this group are saying the same thing about these people, not realizing the fallacies that they got because we haven't done the work for ourselves. We don't have the word in here. We don't know Him. We just know of Him. That's our problem. That's a problem. All right, so last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna just let it go. But who cares what anybody says, including me, if it don't line up with what the word says? And how will you know what the word says if you never read it? How will you know what the word says if you never try to gain understanding? How will you know what the word says if you never got the understanding from the one that gives the understanding? That's it. I'm not going to say nothing else.